And good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting Saturday Night Wine Stream and another exciting episode of Drink with Rick. I'm Rick, and tonight we are going to try something just a little bit different. This is going to be a red wine from Chile. Now, we've done a few wines from Chile in the past. This is an interesting one because it is a Cabernet Sauvignon, it's Cabernet Franc. Both it says both on them, so I guess that's what it is. We're also going to review a mead. As I promised last week, we were going to do a mead, and we're doing one tonight, and this one is from North Carolina. Plus, well, we have quite an itinerary for you here for the show. This week we have, well, let's see. We've got the national days, of course. We're going to pair the wine with some food here. We're going to do the national days. And one interesting national days, one of the interesting days that I have here, we have a video associated with it. So I'm going to show that tonight too. Also, I'm going to show you some of the customized signs I made. And I have a couple of announcements, one for a book that I mentioned last week that I was a contributing author in. I have some exciting news about that. And also, I'm going to talk about plans for the last wine stream, the last Saturday Night Wine Stream for Drink with Rick next Saturday night. So please stick around, give the chance, and join in and tell me how you're doing. Tell me what you're drinking or not drinking or want to be drinking or would like to see me drinking. We'll just get it. We don't have to talk about drinking. We can talk about anything, really, pretty much. Oh, we do have a couple of rules. And you can get to the live chats. I'm going to show you the venues in just a moment. We do have a couple of ground rules. One, we don't talk about politics. We don't talk about religion in the show. We talk about things that bring us together as wine does. Now, if you're joining me for the first time, or the 263rd time, because this is the 263rd episode of Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Wine Stream. This is a stream of consciousness kind of show, and I do have my show notes. They're right here, and I just kind of gave them out a few moments ago. But we don't really follow them verbatim because you direct the show in the chats. And if you want to get into the chats and chat with me live, you can do it on any of these venues here. We are live on all these venues tonight. We are live on our Facebook page. The Facebook page is Drink with Rick, facebook.com/Drink with Rick. We are live on Odyssey. Odyssey is at Drink with Rick, and the number 7. We are live on Rumble. Rumble is you just type in Drink with Rick in the search bar and you'll find it. I don't really have a dedicated URL for that, so to speak, I more or less, so you just have to hunt around and find it. Twitch, we are live on Twitch now. I do have a URL for that. It's twitch.tv/drinkwithrick1. Drink with Rick and the number 1, all one word. Also on YouTube. YouTube, we are at Drink with Rick on youtube.com, and also on X at Drink with Rick. Now, I'm going to... let me refresh this page for just a moment. There we go. This is tonight's episode. You can see that running right now. Now, you can watch and chat with me live on any of these venues, also at drinkwithrick.com, which is the website you're looking at right now, if you can see it. Now, this episode, tonight's episode, I don't have a live chat going there, but if you scroll down for tonight's episode, you can just click on the title for it. Scroll down, you'll see a comment box down below. Just put your comments in there, leave them in the box. click the post comment button down below that, and you'll get you'll be able to get the latest comments to me that you leave, and I will respond in kind. And it won't be right away. It will be after the show, but I will read them all on the show next week. Also, as far as the show is concerned, if you can't watch the live now and you can't watch live later, you can subscribe to the podcast. The podcast goes out at Monday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern on Monday nights. You can subscribe to the podcast on any of these venues: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, podcastindex.org, TuneIn, Deezer, via RSS, or by email. If you click on the button that says by email on the subscribe to podcast page at drinkwithrick.com, you'll get this other page that says subscribe by email. Just enter your email address in the little box below where it says enter email. Click the little blue subscribe button below that, and you will get the latest episode of Drink with Rick as soon as it drops, and no salesman will call. It's just to get the podcast. Now, of course, if you want to contribute to the show, you can buy me coffee, or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or 20 or however many you want to buy, and that will help support the show, and it'll help pay for some of the prizes that we give away on the show, which we will be giving. I'm planning to give some away on the next wine stream, so you can do that if you want to contribute to the show. There are a lot of post-production, or a lot of production and post-production costs to this, so every little bit helps. And of course, if you can't, if you don't have the money, don't worry about it. It's fine. Just you don't have to do that. You can support the show in many other ways. You can go to Facebook and Odyssey, Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, and X, and you can like and subscribe and ring the bell and all that good stuff. Follow along on those pages, and that really does a lot to help support the show, and that is much appreciated. So there you go. Well, tonight, get back to, here we go. Well, tonight, we've got this wine called Carmen that we're going to be drinking, and I'll show you a little bit of it in just a moment. But first of all, let's go into the chats and see who's in the chats. We look like, I know Ed's not going to be here with us this weekend because he has the Orlando Fringe Festival, which he attends every year, and it's quite the event, in Orlando every year. And hopefully it's not too cold out there. I don't think it's good. We've had an Arctic blast coming through this week, and it's been interesting. I don't think they're doing too bad in Florida, though, right now. Maybe a little cold, but not too bad. The Island Haze is in the chat on YouTube. The Island Haze says, "Evening, Rick. Good to see you, and it's great to see you, too, Island Haze. Have some applause, please. And I'm glad you're here." And also, Island Hayes says, "Would be great to see you and Chi toast the last episode with your favorite drinks." Well, it would be, but Chi, I know you. It was either you or Jake on. Somebody asked before if I could ask Chi if she could be on the show, and she politely declined. She prefers to work behind the scenes and not in front of the camera. She's a little camera shy when it comes to that sort of thing. Alan Hayes says, "For tonight's episode, though, you ought to pull out a little bourbon if you got it." I had, I just way over there in the corner, and actually it's about empty anyway, so I don't think I have much left in there. I don't think there's anything left in there really to speak of. The Alan Hayes says, "I'm rocking, what is it? Let me see if I can read this. If I can read this correctly, I'm rocking a Sutcliffe cider tonight. Cheers." Did I say that right? Sutcliffe. Okay, I'm rocking the words are getting tinier and tinier for me. Okay, I'm rocking a Sutcliffe cider tonight. Cheers. And, well, that sounds like fun. A Sutcliffe cider. I don't have a cider with me tonight. We will do one next week on the last show, but I do have a mead tonight, so that sounds pretty good. Are you having anything with the cider? That's the thing. You snacking anything, including a snack with the cider or anything, or it's just the cider? Nothing wrong with that. Whatever your favorite libations and snacks are. Let me check the other chats real quick. Oh, and Jaycon's in the chat on Odyssey. Jaycon's great to see you too, also, and you get some applause as well. How about that? It's great to see you too. Jaycon says, Honey Buzzed Mead is a great name. Cheers, Rick. May you show a short film tonight. I enjoy your shorts every time. Well, oh, the short film, right? Not these shorts. I'm wearing shorts actually, by the way. There's some TMI for you. Some way too much TMI. Yeah. I just gave myself some applause, and I was looking for the sounds. Yes. Anyway, yes, the shorts. Yeah, I have a short to show. I have a short, not my shorts, but actually, literally not my shorts. Actually, they're my one that was created by my son Tom Mantio, which should be very interesting and tied to a national day. We'll get into that when we start toasting the national day shortly. Where was I? Oh, Jaycon says, also sounds like you might have some whiskey to drink. Some is drinkable. Not really. It's more of an empty bottle, to be honest. And I can't reach it right now anyway. It's way over there. Yes, and Roadkill Bill has his bottle. And he's coming up later in the show as well. All right, what else do we have here? Let's see what's going on Rumble. We're good on Rumble. We're good on X, I think. We're live just about everywhere we can be live, and that's a good thing. It's great to be alive, isn't it? I think so. It really is.
Good evening.
So, to everyone, good evening. All right, we have this wine here. Let me show you the wine. Tonight, we are drinking this. This is called Carmen Gran Reserva. This is a 2022 Cabernet Sauvignon Cabernet Blanc. Franc, I'm sorry. Did I say Blanc? Yeah, it says Franc. Oh, wow. I really need to get some new glasses. Cabernet Sauvignon Cabernet Franc. That's what it is. Not Blanc. It's a Franc. A different Cabernet. But it has both listed, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc. And it says single vineyard, Dio Maipo, in Chile. It's this wine from Chile. Now here's the back of the wine. I'm going to read this to you. This is some interesting things on the back. Carmen since 1850. So they've been doing this since 1850. So that's a long time. It's only 100 and some odd years. I don't know. I can't do the math right now. Too much going on. Too much multitasking. All right, it says the first Chilean winery. Well, there you go. The first Chilean winery. Founded in 1850 in honor of the winery founder's wife. Well, there you go. Over 100 times it has plus 90 points. And this one, I think, look in the front, it says 91 points on the front if you see the label in the corner. But it says black currants, blackberries, violets, and herbal notes. Estate grown and bottled, aged in French oak barrels for 14 months. And apparently it pairs with beef, short ribs, or grilled portobello mushroom with butter and garlic, none of which I have, of course. This is Carmen.com is the website, www.carmen.com. And it is a product of Chile, and there is 13.5% ABV in this 750 milliliter bottle of wine. So that's what we're looking at there. And here it is. And I should just get to opening the wine right off because we've got to get to the show, right? Time's a wasting. So let's go ahead and open this bottle. Well, there you go. I just defoiled it. Hey, that's a new word. There you go. There's a new word. Yeah. New word. Got a new word here. Defoiled. I don't know if it's a new word. It's new for me. I've never said it before that I can recall. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this. But we are going to decork the wine, which is a word I like to use. I know it's not proper English. And if my sisters were here, they would just groan. You know, they would say something like this.
Oh, great.
That's they know me. All right, we've got this open, and let's go ahead and get the aerator in there, and hopefully there's no displacement or very little of it. Let me get it in the bottle. I think it's in there really good. Okay, it's not going to slide down on me. All right, let me go back to. Let me get to a close up here. There we go. That's much better. And I'll get rid of that lower third too. There we go. All right. We've got. Oh yes, here it is. To hold the glass, I have the Genuine Official Drink with Rick Coaster. And to hold the grape nectar, I have this Genuine Galway Irish crystal glass given to me by my employers at bytwowayradios.com. Yeah, I know. I almost did a false start on the ding there, didn't I? Okay, let's get some wine in the glass. We're going to pour the glass. And now we come to my favorite part of the pre-drinking segment. That's another one of my words, words that I just made up. Yeah, I just made it up. Again, the pre-drinking segment of the show. We're going to go with, let me get to a long shot of this. Let's make it, there we go. Let's make it really good. We're going to go with more cowbell. More cowbell. Okay, we got a nice swirl going there. Very nice swirl. Okay, let's go back up to the close up here. All right, so we've got the wine oxygenating. That's not a new buzzword. I've been using that for a while. So no ta-da for that one. All right, let's set the wine glass aside for just a moment, and let's learn a little bit more about this wine. Now, I did some checking around on it. I'm going to tell you where I purchased this very shortly, but I did some checking around because I was curious about this wine, and I didn't really find a whole lot listed about why it is called Cabernet Sauvignon and Cabernet Franc, except for the fact that according to Total Wine, which is where I purchased it, see, I said I was going to tell you, and I just did. It is a blend. It is a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon and Cabernet Franc. There you go. And this is a 2022 vintage, and they've got it saying that it's teeth grabbing. According to their website, it's teeth grabbing with plum skin tannins vibrating on the palate. Wow, that sounds very interesting. So it's Carmen is the brand, and it is where does it say it's from? Alto, it's Ahua, Maipo Valley in Chile. I'm not familiar with some of the regions in Chile. I've just had some of the wines. That's all. All right, according to Vivino, the 22 vintage, or actually they give it 3.9 stars out of 5 based on all the vintages, and it looks like it's a little bit mixed, but some folks think it's okay. Some seem to like it quite a bit. So I don't know. We're going to give it a try. But before I give it a taste, let me tell you what I purchased it for. And this is what now the median price they gave was $17.99, And over here, Total Wine, they also give it a $17.99 price. And I've got the receipt here, so I'll tell you what I paid for it. I paid for this Carmen Grand Reserva Cabernet blend, I did not pay $17.99. I got it for a deal. Because when I walked into the Total Wine, or as I affectionately call it, the Total Wino, is I walked into the Total Wine and I saw it on sale. It was on sale regularly $17.99 a bottle, but they were offering a deal that if you buy 2 bottles of it, you can get it for $30. And I thought to myself, I've never tried this wine before. I'm taking a chance. This is kind of a risk. So I don't know. I don't know. Should I take that risk? Because if it turns out to be a really good wine, I'm getting a bargain. Two for $30. That's $15 a bottle. But if it's not any good, I just wasted $30. And definitely 15 because I might not open the second bottle. But hey, life is a chance, isn't it? We're taking chances at life. But this is what I paid for it. I paid $30 for this bottle. For both bottles, $15 a bottle at the Total Wine. So we're going to try it in just a moment and see what it tastes like. But before I do that, let's go back to the chats one more time and check it out. It's kind of quiet on Facebook right now. So Sutliff cider tonight. See, I like to try these things if I can get them. I don't know if I've heard of that. I think it sounds familiar. I'll have to go look. Have I reviewed one? No, I don't think I have. All right, and let's see. Twitch. Oh, X86 is in the chat on Twitch. X86 says, good evening, Rick. Good evening, everyone. And X86 is good to see you as well. And I've got something for you here. Where is it? It's in the applause. Good. Hearty round of applause for X86 BSD. Thank you for being here in the chat. And how are you doing this evening? It's been a little while. We're glad you're here. And let's see. Jaycon says, gotta say, Rick, I'm going to miss your wine streams a bit. I'm looking forward to most likely joining you on your new internet adventures, though. This stream is very niche. Thank you for drinking with me all these times. Well, thank you for being here with me and drinking with me as well. We're drinking together. That's what this show is all about. It's just about everybody getting together with their favorite drinks, their favorite snacks, whatever, favorite libations, and just kicking back, forgetting about the worries of the day, and just having a good time. Now, there is one thing I will mention later on in the show because it's kind of affected me a little bit personally, but we'll get to that later, and it's just a mention that I just hope. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, but Jaycon, it's been a pleasure and an honor, especially having you and everyone here drinking with me and us drinking together, and me drinking with you, and all of that, all these years. We've been doing this for 6.5 years or so, and it's been quite an experience. But like everything, all good things must come to an end at some point, and this does too. But we will make the most of the last episode that we can. I've got a big show planned. I've got some giveaways planned. I'll tell you all about that later because I have it on my show notes to let you in on that. Some exciting stuff as well for this show on the way. Let's see. Checking in the other chats. I am really getting ahead of myself here. But I'm glad to see you here, X86. BSD, thank you for being here tonight. All right, let's give this wine a little bit of a whiff, and we'll give it a little bit of a taste, and then we will commence to the drinking and the all of the all the other stuff we do on the show. All right. Well, let's see. Yeah, plum and blackberry. It smells like plum and blackberry, and they kind of said that. Blackcurrant, I'm not really sure if I've had much for blackcurrants, but plum and blackberry is what I'm smelling. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, there's a lot of black fruit in this. And you said, getting plum, a mix of plum, and I am tasting some blackberry. The plum skin tannins that they were talking about at Total Wine, I can see what they mean by that. It's fairly tannic, and I think because it has that plum taste, it's almost kind of like biting into a plum, and you know how you get that tartness and that kind of that feel when you're biting into something like that. The tannins are there, and I mean they're not over. It's not overly tannic, but they're definitely there. I'd say medium to strong tannins. This is a very dry wine, by the way. So it has a bit of boldness, and it does look kind of bold. This is a very dark complexion, and it does look bold, and it looks like it does have kind of a bold taste to it, kind of medium bold, I guess. But there's some tannins in here, but it's kind of like biting into a fresh plum in a way. Yeah. And and the blackberry is definitely there. Blackberry is definitely there. I want to say that it has a little raspberry in there too. So maybe a little bit of red fruit. It's a little bit of raspberry, blackberry, and plum. I think what we're talking about. But I was looking at some of these other reviews, and some are saying it's really bold. It's kind of bold, not super bold, but it's pretty decent. I say it'd go pretty well with. It might go pretty well with the meats that we have here. Now, once again, looking at the back of the wine, it said beef short ribs or grilled portobello mushroom with butter and garlic, which sounds pretty interesting. I'm not really into mushrooms that much, but the beef short ribs, yeah. But it's not. I don't know. I could go with. I think I'd go with everything on this plate. Let me show you what we have on camera 3. And the reason I'm hesitating is because it doesn't specifically. It does say beef, but it doesn't specifically say anything spicy or like that. But what I have here on my plate tonight is. I have 3 items. I have this. This is corned beef brisket. It's not too spicy, but corned beef made by my lovely wife Chi, which is getting colder by the minute. Let's try some of this. Corned beef brisket. I think this might be okay. This might work pretty well. Let's go to camera 2. This is a very good brisket, by the way. Corned beef. We had it with some. My wife ran out of cabbage. Excuse me, I'm talking with a mouthful. My mom said never to talk with your mouth full. She did.
No.
It's kind of chewy because it's cold. Hey, actually, it mixes pretty well with the brisket. Corned beef, yeah. Yeah, I could have this wine with some corned beef. It works. It works. I would say that's pretty good. All right, let's go back to camera 3. Oh, you know what? I need to clear the palate a little bit. Let's go back to camera 3. And let's try it with the cheese. Now, this should go good with the cheese. Now, I have here, this first one here. It's what we had the last couple of weeks, because it had a fair amount of it. This is a sharp cheddar from this Cracker Barrel. It's not. It's Hickory, not Cracker Barrel. It's Hickory Farms. What am I saying? This is a Hickory Farms cheese. Let me just have a little piece. I don't want to overdo it. Yeah, this is a Hickory Farms sharp cheddar. I've had the Cracker Barrel over here for so long. We've been using that and switch to this Hickory Farms cheese. Not bad. Now, it adds a tartness to the cheese. It adds a bit of tartness and almost a slight bitterness to the cheese. Not much, just a hair, but it's not. Yeah, it's okay. It works okay. I'm okay with it. You know what this might work with? It might work with the Monterey Jack 3 cheese blend. You know, I've got one that's open already. Here we go. Let me clear the palate, and let's go back to camera 3. Now, what this is in the corner. This is, I'm just going to get a little piece of it here. What this is in the corner is a Monterey Jack aged and white cheddar blend. So there are 3 cheeses. This is a 3 cheese blend. Here, we're going to try this. That was a bigger piece than I was expecting. It's a little spicy. This has a little bit of pepper in it. Not black pepper, but a spicy pepper, like a red pepper or something. Looks like it does too. Oh, now that pairs quite nicely with the cheese blend. I like that. Very good. I like that. Now, I do have one more thing that I could pair this with, and I'm sure you noticed it. In the corner here, I have some peanuts. Now, these just aren't any peanuts. These are roasted peanuts, but they're roasted in garlic, and those who have been following the wine stream for any particular length of time can probably guess where these came from. And they came from my lovely wife, Chi. She makes these. She roasts these. They're freshly roasted peanuts, and they're roasted in she has her own recipe, roasted in garlic, and these are really good. You know what I should do is I should clear the palate one more time. Just be fair. Now, normally, I wouldn't try to pair this with wine. I would pair these with a beer or something, but I don't have a beer with me, so I'm going to try it with wine. Just for grins and giggles, you know. Peanuts and wine. If only my mom could see me now.
No.
That was interesting. I don't think I've really tried that much before. I usually have these with a beer. But having this with the wine, it's a different experience. It's okay. I mean, it's not bad. It's all right. And not bad. It's okay. I could deal with that. Okay, with that, I think that's got the pairing. I like the wine so far. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but I kind of like it. Well, as I always say, you never really know what the wine is really like until you get way down into the bottle. And I don't know how far down the bottle I'm going tonight because we have this mead to try too. But so far I'm liking the wine okay. It's not bad. It's not overly tannic. It's not overly bold. I don't like wines that are too bold. This seems about right. It's not really all that smooth, but it's okay. It's okay. So far, it's not bad. And right now, I'd say I'd probably give it like 3.5, maybe 3.6 stars. But this may grow on me as the night goes on. Yeah, I can make jokes about that, but I'm not going to right now. All right, let's go back in the chats for just a minute. Jump back in the chats, and we'll do the national days. Because we have some national days to toast, and they will be fun. Alan Hayes says, beautifully said, J-Con. Okay, talking about what J-Con said. X86 says, I'm definitely behind. The show is ending. What's next for you? Oh, well, I'll stick around. I'll tell you all about it, because I have some news coming up about all that. Yeah, we have plans. And I'll tell you all about it. Remind everyone. J-Con says, did you used to smoke? What are your thoughts on if smoking brings out the flavor in wine or not? I really couldn't say because I'm not a smoker. Never really got into smoking myself. Jake, do you smoke? I mean, it's okay. I mean, no judgment there if anybody smokes or not. I'm just not a smoker. I couldn't, it's not something I could ever get into. J-Con says, also, I'm having sushi tonight with my port wine, and I have discovered that you can have other options than sake with sushi, and it will pair great. This is true. We've talked about pairing sake, and we've had sake. We've had some sake on the show before, and I do have sake with my Oriental foods. When I have Japanese, sometimes with a Filipino food. My wife makes a Filipino dish or something, and lots of times with maybe some if we did a Chinese takeout or something like that. But and the sake, I'll have the sake with the Japanese. When I go to there are a couple of Japanese steakhouses that I like to go to. We don't get to go to them much because they're expensive, but to the hibachi. Love Japanese hibachi. My wife makes it home sometimes, and I'll have a sake with that. But when we go out to have we go out to the Japanese, hibachi place when you're sitting there making everything right in front of you, and it's all they put on the show, and they're throwing the knives around and all that kind of stuff. It's always fun. I usually don't have a sake with that. I usually have some later, but it's good. But you are on point there, J-Con. You're right on point because it's not just sake. You can have a good wine. There are many, many times where I've had a nice Oriental dish, and I've opened a bottle of wine to go with it. Usually a red, sometimes a white, but usually a red wine. Port, I haven't really tried it with port. Now you're having sushi with port. That might be okay. Yeah, that I could see how that could pair okay with it. I don't have sushi that much. I've had sushi in the past, but I usually didn't have it with a wine. I usually had it with a sake. But that's a pretty interesting pairing. I think that would kind of work. That would work. Now, my lovely wife, she'll make a Filipino dish. She'll make chicken adobo. And I have found that there are certain wines that will work well with chicken adobo. And those pair pretty well. And not every wine will do that because adobo is kind of a different kind of taste, and it has a different kind of flavor. But you can. There are some wines that will pair just fine with adobo, actually. And let's see. Let's go back to. Let me check and make sure I didn't miss anybody in the chats. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and do the national days. Well, X86 says I had sake once. To me, it just tasted like burnt rice. LOL, but it probably was not a very good one. Well, it's if sake's, the thing is that there is an art to making good sake. There is an art to making it. I was actually surprised. I thought it was just some rice wine, or they don't they call it rice wine, but it's not really wine. Wine's from grapes, but it's a fermented beverage from rice. But I have had a couple of sakes that were not so great. I'll say that. And then burnt rice, I don't know. I didn't really think of it as burnt rice per se, but I don't know. Burnt rice. I have had some sake that was not that great though, but some of the sake that I had that I stick with, when I find a brand of sake, I kind of like to stick with it if I can, and there's some sake that's really, really good. Once maybe X86, you might want to try it again, and try a different brand of sake. Maybe kind of, to be fair, just kind of give it a take two, another try, and just use a different brand of sake, a different type of sake, and maybe that will maybe you'll have a better experience with it. All right, well, let's go into the national days, because wow, we have some national days to toast. So here we go. Without any further ado, I don't know how you really say it. Here are the national days. Today, which is, by the way, these are all courtesy of nationaldaycalendar.com. National Day Calendar is Marlo Anderson's website. He is the CEO and curator of all these national days. So Marlo, thank you very, very much. nationaldaycalendar.com is the website. It's a source for national days for much of the media, for a lot of people. Okay, so today, January 11th, it's January 11th for another hour and 13 minutes. So let's get to toasting it. January 11th, 2025 is National Arkansas Day. That's right, today is National Arkansas Day. And reading from the National Day Calendar, .com. It says, founded in 2017 by National Day Calendar to celebrate Arkansas as the 25th state to join the Union. What happens is every week National Day Calendar chooses a state to make as National Arkansas or National Day, National State Day, in honor of when they joined the Union of the United States of America. And Arkansas was the 25th state to do so. And so here is to National Arkansas Day. I could have belched there, but I didn't. Actually, I didn't really belch. It was just a slip of the tongue. National Arkansas Day. I will drink to that. It's a National Arkansas Day. It's also National Vision Board Day. Second Saturday in January is National Vision Board Day. That was founded in 2015 by National Day Calendar, Kellen Lutz and Ryan Daly. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but hey, why not? Let's toast it. Here's to National Vision Board Day. I'll drink that. You see, I'll drink to just about anything. It's also, speaking of national days, this is going to be great. No, maybe not. Maybe nothing. I don't know. This is it's National Step in a Puddle and Splash Your Friends Day. That's right. Today is National Step in a Puddle and Splash Your Friends Day.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. And so for the next hour and in 10 minutes, you can go outside, splash in a puddle, and splash your friends with it. I'm not recommending you do that, by the way. But, yeah, I'm just pushing buttons now. Here you go. Here's one that there's a photo of people splashing their friends in puddles. There you go. So, in honor of, are we honoring this? No, we're just going to toast it. To celebrate, let's say that, to celebrate National Step in a Puddle and Splash Your Friends Day, sure, I'll drink to that. Why not? It seems like kind of a mean thing to do, but unless you're just doing it for fun, everybody's having a good time and all that, but I wouldn't splash strangers with it. Wouldn't recommend that. All right, today is also, and this is a more serious one, today is Human Trafficking Awareness Day. This is a very serious problem in this country, all around the world. Human trafficking is a very, very serious thing, and it's an awful, awful thing. This is to be aware of the situation that exists with human trafficking. So I say that we should all be aware of that, and we should all do what we can to try to, just do whatever we can to try to prevent that sort of thing from happening. So here's the National Human Trafficking Awareness Day. I will drink to that. We should all be aware of that. We should all be very, very diligent in if you suspect or see a situation like that could be occurring, please notify your authorities. Please notify the authorities immediately. All right, today is also, because today is still January 11th. It is, I wasn't prepared for this, was I? Yes, I was. Today is National Milk Day. That's right, it is National Milk Day.
Oh, yeah.
You like lactose? It's National Milk Day. I have photos of milk. Look at it. Here's some. You got milk? We're drinking. It's something you can drink. It is something that it's not something we're drinking on the show right now, but it is definitely something that you can drink if you have it or if you want to. Milk goes great with a lot of things like cupcakes, and I like cupcakes, and that's a good thing to yeah, that's definitely a good thing to pair it with. Milk goes great with a lot of things, with a lot of different foods, you know. I would say, yeah, I like milk. And to celebrate National Milk Day, which is what we're doing, to celebrate National Milk Day, I have a short video produced by my son Tom Antio was part of this group, but it was called it was kind of a comedy thing that they did at App State University some years ago. My son was part of this, and they called it TBD. TBD was the name of the series that they did. It was a short series, a comedy, kind of like ensemble comedy. But this was a short that they made at the time, and I have it queued up. Do I have it queued up? I sure do. So let's go ahead and celebrate National Milk Day with this short from TBD. Also, TBD stands for the Boone Daily. The Boone Daily, because this was up in Boone, North Carolina, from App State University. Here is Got Milk.
Muscular inflammatory lactose-induced kinesthesia. Is this you? 1 in 329 million Americans suffer from muscular inflammatory lactose-induced kinesthesia every day. Scientists are still racking their brains to figure out the specifics about this shocking new disease. Unfortunately, this guy is all they have to study. Symptoms include schizophrenic paranoia, paranoid schizophrenia, visual and auditory hallucinations, muscle spasms, explosive projectile diarrhea, suicidal thoughts, homicidal action, spontaneous combustion, and violent death. Surprisingly, no symptoms of muscular inflammation have been noticed. Got milk?
And that was the short they did for their comedy troupe there at App State University called The Boone Daily. Got milk. They play it every once in a while. I have a few of those. But that was my son Tom doing the voiceover. All right, let me check the chats one more time before we continue. Whoops, here we go. All right, we're good on Facebook. Ion Hayes says, I read that already. Okay. What else we got here? Twitch. Okay, we're good on Twitch. We're good everywhere else. Jaycon says, not a joke. The number for the National Human Trafficking Hotline is 1-888-373-7888. So I'm glad you posted that, Jaycon. The number, if anyone needs it, the number for the National Human Traffic Hotline is 1-888-373-7888. Thank you, Jaycon, for posting that. Okay, so I guess that does it for the national. No, it doesn't. I got a couple more national days here. Let's toast Sunday. Oh, we haven't even toasted the Milk Day, have we? Okay, here's to National Milk Day. I will drink to that. And I'll drink to it again because, well, if I had milk, I'd toast it with milk, but I don't. I have this wine, which is actually fairly fine. Here's the National Milk Day. I'll drink to that again. The National Milk Day. All right. Where was it? Oh, yes. We were going to toast some national days for Sunday because Sunday's going to be today in 1 hour and 3 minutes. Can you believe that? My, how time flies. Okay, let's see. What January 12th. That's January 12th, 2025. January 12th, 2025 is, if I can find it again. All right. Yes, I did. It's Kiss a Ginger Day. All right. It's Kiss a Ginger Day, and that's not what they meant by kissing a ginger, but here's the thing. This is the only ginger that my lovely wife Chi allows me to kiss. That's the only kind of ginger I'm allowed to kiss. So, there you go. But it's Kiss a Ginger Day. I'll drink to that. I know what they mean by kissing a ginger. I know what they mean. It was, yeah. Anyway. It wasn't that funny. Oh, boy. Okay, today is National Sunday Supper. Well, that's not today yet. January 12th, tomorrow, which will be today, and another hour and 1 minute. It will be Sunday, January 12th, 2025. It will be National Sunday Supper Day. That's the second Sunday in January. I like to have supper on Sunday, so why not? I'll drink to that. Come to think of it, I like to have supper every day. So, there you go. Okay. All right, let's not go through that again. All right, today is also National Marzipan Day. Now, that I can get behind. Yes, I can. Aside from the Sunday supper, I can get behind that 100%. National Marzipan Day. There we go. Here's some marzipan. you're not familiar with what marzipan is, it's a sugary, pasty kind of delicacy. I don't want to say delicacy. It's a dessert. It's fun to eat, and you can make a lot of things with it. Now, here's some of the things. Here's a photo for those who can see it. A lot of things that you can make with marzipan. Although we used to have when I had my computer store in Florida, the next door, the business next door, they had a bakery there, and they were from Columbia, not South Carolina, Columbia, the country. And they made some wonderful cakes. They were really, really excellent. They made a lot of different pastries and cakes and things like that, but they used marzipan a lot. And they used, that was one of the things, they used their cakes, the coating of their cakes in marzipan. And, excellent stuff. We used to go to the bakery all the time, and or a lot. And it was right next door to the store, so it was easy to go by there and get, it's kind of what made me the man I am today, But marzipan, good stuff. So there you go. There's another shot of it. You can do a lot of things with marzipan. And it's tasty, too. Probably very caloric, high in calories, but it is, nonetheless, it is tasty. So here is the National Marzipan Day. I will drink to that. Yeah, I will. I did. All right, it's also National Curried Chicken Day. Today is National Curried Chicken Day. Now, I don't have any photo of curried chicken, but I do have this. That's the closest thing I have to curried chicken, which are chicken wing. These are chicken wings, buffalo chicken wings, which I like more than I like curried chicken. So, yeah. Here is to, nothing like chicken. And we had a chicken pot pie tonight, too, for dinner. So that was kind of tasty. So here's to National Curried Chicken Day. I'll drink to that. In fact, if it has chicken in it, I'll drink to that. Well, there's one more National Day to toast on the list here. This is one that it's National Pharmacist Day. I don't have a mortar and pestle here. Mortar and pestle. How do you pronounce it? I don't know. My dad was a pharmacist, and I never really could pronounce that correctly. My dad was a pharmacist. Now here's the National Pharmacist Day. I'll drink to that. Why not? All right, and I think that does it for the national days. Once again, this is what we've been drinking. We've been drinking the Carmen Gran Reserva. It's a 2022 Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, not Blanc, Franc. Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc. It's only 13.5% ABV. But it's tasting okay. As I'm getting down to the bottle, I'm starting to like this one more. So I might give this one 3.8 stars now. Let's see if we can raise that to any degree before the end of the show. Let's check the chats again here. Go to check. We're good on Facebook. Yeah, Ed's out at the Orlando Fringe Festival tonight. Let's see what else we got going here. X86, I caught up with that too. I read that one too. Okay, good. We're good. And anything else? Am I missing anybody somewhere? Okay, we're good all around. All right, excellent. Let's go on to the next item. The next order of business. Pleasure. This business is pleasure. Our business on this show is pleasure. All right, so what have I got here? Oh, yeah, I was going to show you something here that I've been working on. I've been selling these on eBay, but I made, with my 3D printer, I have a collection of signs that I made. This one that I made here that I used on air. I sell these things on eBay for about $5, $5.99 or whatever. The podcast studio. I've got one on my door. I've got Studio One on the door. I got this one. This one's kind of neat. Wine streaming. This is one I made. I've got a recording one. I've sold a couple of these, I think. One or two of these. And I've got another one called for live streaming. And another one, podcast studio. Here, got another one of these. Anyway, I sell these things on eBay. People seem to like them. So far, I've been getting some likes on those. They're neat little signs, and you can tack them up, and that's pretty cool. If you're interested, you can check those out on eBay. But that's not really what I wanted to. I have those sitting there because I want to show them to somebody. I think what I want to show you next is this. This is what we're going to do for the mead, where it's time to open up a mead. So, where's my mead photo? Here it is. No, here it is. This is what we're going to open tonight for the mead. Now, it's been a little while since I've had a mead. I'm looking forward to trying this one. I have to be careful about this one because this one is very carbonated from what I understand. The last one that I tried from this meadery was very carbonated, and it was we've tried a few from this meadery. This is from the Stardust Cellars in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, and I got this one for a fair and an honest review. I don't remember if I bought. I think I purchased this one. Yeah, I purchased this one, so it should be good. But it's called Honey Buzzed. It's called Funky Ferments, by Stardust Cellars. Funky Ferments by Stardust Cellars, Honey Buzz, and it says spontaneously fermented carbonated lemon ginger mead. So this is a lemon ginger mead. A lemon ginger mead. This is the back of it, or the side, I guess you should say. I'll read this. There's a government warning there, of course. And it is gluten-free. It says down there gluten-free, which is kind of neat. Ingredients. Now, this is the thing that I'm not too sure about, because the last time I had their honey soda, these are the folks that made the honey soda that I tried on the wine stream a little while back. And it was okay, but it caused me some gastrointestinal problems that later. And I don't know why, but it was not. It tasted good. It went down well, and then it caused me some issues. But the ingredients on this one, hopefully this will be better. Ingredients: well water, raw honey, organic lemon, ginger. Is your ginger organic? Well, look, it has ginger in it. Look at that. So I guess we'll be kissing a ginger tonight after all. Carbon dioxide, potassium sorbate, and potassium metabisulfite. It's produced and canned by Stardust Cellars, 4780 Statesville Road, North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, 28651. And I did pay for this one, and it doesn't say what's the alcohol content. It's a 473 milliliter can, gluten-free. I don't see where it has the alcohol. Oh, it's on the front. It's on the front. Pulling up the front again. It's okay. Let me pull up the front of this again. On the front, it says at the top, it says alcohol 5% by volume. So this is 5% ABV for this can of mead. Now this is what I'm going to do. By the way, my lovely wife Chi is in the chat, and I need to give her some applause too. It's great to see you in the chat, Chi. Everyone's been asking about. Alan Hayes was asking about you. Alan Hayes wanted to know if you and I could toast the last episode with our favorite drinks. Chi says, well water? Ugh. Yeah, yeah, the last time I had something with well water in it, it kept me up and that was that honey soda. The honey soda was made with well water. I don't think it was I don't think it was filtered, but that didn't sit too well with me, to be honest. So, see, here's the thing about well water. It kind of depends on the well. Yeah, what the quality of the water in the well, and there are some well water is really good, and then some well water, has that sulfur taste to it. I don't know if they really filtered that out of here or not, so we're taking a chance. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to open this, and of course, to hold it, I am going to do this. I'm going to have the where's my oh, I don't know where anything is anymore. There we go. I have the official Drink with Rick mead horn. So we're going to do it in the mead horn. This should be very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and open this can. And we're going to pour a little bit into the horn. It doesn't really hold that much. This is a small one. And there's some fizz. It's not real fizzy, but there's some fizz to it. All right. So I've got it in the mead horn. It's there. It's in there. And we're going to try it with the mead horn. I don't know, to be honest, I don't know if you hold it this way or if you hold it this way. But I guess I guess I can hold it this way. So we're going to go ahead and try. Does anybody else know how to properly, it's only 13.5% ABV, folks. Anyone know how to properly hold a mead horn? Anybody in the chats? Let me know before I start drinking. Chi says, toast while I'm half asleep, LOL. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. That's.
Oh, you naughty boy!
All right. Anyone else know how to hold this thing? I'm gonna just go for it, right? Okay, we're gonna try it. Jaycon says, thoughts on the new laws being passed to put carcinogen labels on alcohol. I have a couple of thoughts on that. We can cover that after we do the mead tasting. Well, let's go ahead and try it. Let me give it a sniff first. Oh wow, it smells like a mix of honey and lemon. I'm not smelling much ginger in here, but I am smelling honey and lemon. So let's give it a little taste. Actually, that's all right. Now, it's a little bit carbonated, but it's not as carbonated as that honey soda was. Not quite as carbonated as the honey soda. It does have some carbonation, but I am tasting the honey, and I'm tasting the lemon. Very lemony. As far as the ginger is concerned, I'm not tasting a lot of ginger just yet. And I know ginger. Although I'll always like Mary Ann better. And if no one got that joke, don't worry about it. It's a reference to Gilligan's Island. Okay. I watched way too much TV when I was a kid. All right, this is okay, but I'm still not tasting a lot of ginger. Let me give it one more try. I'm getting honey and lemon. Ginger, maybe a faint hint of ginger. But to be honest, I'm not really smelling it. I'm tasting. I'm not really tasting. I didn't smell it either. I'm not really tasting a lot of ginger in here. But hey, why not? Let's go ahead and toast it again. Let's toast Kiss a Ginger Day. There you go. I'll drink to that because it has ginger in it, supposedly. I think I'm supposed to hold it this way, don't I? I like this better. It's messier. Here's the thing. I don't have any place to hold this. Well, I don't have somewhere I can, stick it in a holder or something, or I can set it aside. So I if I set it down, I have to. It's gonna all spill out. So what's gonna happen? What is gonna happen is I'm gonna have to drink everything in this horn. I think that's how it's supposed to work, right? If you were a Norseman, you had to drink everything in the horn before you could put the horn down, because or else you could pass it to somebody else and go, "Here, hold my horn." Yeah. Hold my horn. Really? I'm gonna have to drink this. It's not bad. I mean, it's tasty. It's tasty. It's just I don't know. Let me check the chats here. Okay. Oh, looks like we're good. All right. Let me go ahead and finish this off. Which is not difficult because it's actually fairly smooth. It's slightly carbonated, but it's not really that carbonated. It's okay. I like it. Now whether or not it'll give me a difficult time later, I don't know. But hopefully it's not like that honey soda I tried, because that gave me fits later. It tasted great, it tasted fine on the show. But then overnight, it gave me. It really didn't go down well. I don't want to get into the to the specifics on that one. Let's just say that it didn't sit well with me. Water with me the next day. So hopefully this is. Hopefully they filtered this well water. I guess I'll finish this off. Yeah, I think it's set this down now. It's actually pretty good. This I actually like it. Funky Ferments by Stardust Cellars. This is the go back to the honey buzzed, spontaneously fermented carbonated lemon ginger mead. It wasn't that heavily carbonated, and it's fine with me because I don't like things that are too carbonated. It's just about right. The lemon, honey and lemon. I got honey and lemon, honey, that kind of thing. It was pretty good. I'm not getting. It says ginger mead, but I'm not really tasting much ginger in here. I don't know, but that's. I'm not. Someone else might taste more, but I'm getting honey and lemon. Not much ginger. Now, to be fair, Jaycon says, yeah, blame the water and not the sugar plus all the other things in the drink. Yeah, true. True. That's true. But yeah, it could have been a combination of all those things. But you know, it's a naturally occurring sugar in there, which is the honey. I mean, it's sweet. It's not really sugar, but it's a sugar that's created. Well, that honey soda was not mead. It was just a honey soda. So it's just made with honey and well water. That's basically what it is. There weren't too many ingredients in there. I think they had the sodium bicarbonate or potassium sorbate and the potassium metabisulfite in there. Carbon dioxide, they had those things in there. Now that potassium metabisulfite, that's something that could be of concern, because that can kind of mess, with, if you have a very sensitive digestive tract, that can kind of mess with you a little bit. So then maybe that's what happened too. So you might be onto something there, Jaycon. Yeah, you might. I'll give you that. I want to be honest about this stuff. And well, let's see. We just had. It looks like we just had a raid. Do we have a raid here? Oh no. Yeah, Saint Puga is in the chat. Saint Puga is in the chat, and he gifted a tier 1 sub to 2 Divide. Looks like we did have a bit of a raid in here. Well, welcome to the Raiders. Saint Puga is in the chat. Saint Puga, thank you for gifting the tier 1 sub to gifted 5 tier 1 subs to Drink with Rick One's community. They gifted a total of 5 in the channel. Well, St. Puga, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. St. Puga, I need to give you some applause there. Wow. That's for St. Puga gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Thank you very, very much. It's much, much appreciated. And I want to say, wow.
Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, but thank you very much. It's much, much appreciated. So you gifted 5 tier 1 subs, and for those of you who are not on Twitch, who are on the other, because we stream to 6 platforms here simultaneously. For those who are not familiar with how that works, is gifting subscription or subs, purchasing a sub on Twitch. Part of that goes to the creator, and part of that goes to Twitch, of course. But they get their cut. But St. Puga gifted some subs to several of everyone in the chat here. Gifted a tier. Let me read all these. He gifted St. Puga gifted a tier 1 sub to. If I can follow the chats here. To 2 Divide, gifted a tier 1 sub to 2 Divide, gifted a tier 1 sub to Ether Coney, and gifted one to X86 BSD, to X86, and congratulations, and to Call4 RFX, and to Vasors. I don't know if I'm pronouncing some of these correctly, but thank you once again, and thank you very much for the subs. Really, really appreciate it. Where was I at now? I'm completely discombobulated now. It is much, much appreciated. Thank you very, very much. I have... there is an announcement that I would like to make, and then I can answer your question, Jaycon, about the... was it Jaycon that had a question? I'm trying to make sure I can keep track of everything. Okay. Jaycon says, how fitting that you drink mead out of the Viking horn and get a raid. I know. Isn't that awesome? That's awesome. I drink mead out of I should do that more often. Just drink mead out of a Viking horn and get raided. There you go. That's it is fitting. It is definitely fitting. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, there you go. Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Let's see. I'm just checking all the chats, make sure I'm not missing anybody. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. And go ahead. Let me catch up with the chats here. Okay. The Island Hay says, well, water is full of those good newts. Great for plants. Well water. Oh, he says well water is good for those good newts. Great for plants. It can be. It depends on what it's in it. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if I should even mention this or not. Okay. I've worked at a place where they had a well, where it was well water, but it was formerly, I guess it was used for something else, some sort of industrial thing, and apparently and there's also a filling station down the road, and apparently some petroleum products, or how should I say, like petroleum byproducts got into the well water, and so the well water is not drinkable. It can be used. It's not potable water. It could be. You could use it to wash your hands with, but it was deemed unsafe to drink. So the office had to resort to bring in bottled water for all of that. So I also, when I was a kid, I remember that my grandparents, so they lived they lived in Flagler Beach, Florida, and they had a beach home, and they had a well, and it was great for washing dishes and washing clothes and things like that, but it really wasn't potable. It wasn't drinkable. The well water they had wasn't drinkable because it was too much salt and sulfur in the water. It was just too high content in salt and sulfur. So they had to also have bottled water brought in. That's how they had drinkable water. I remember at the time they had the big 5-gallon jugs, and nowadays they have systems where you can just load the jugs of water down to the bottom and it just pumps it up into a dispenser. But when I was a kid, they had these, they had the jugs in these wire these little wire baskets, and you had to lift the jug up and put it in the wire basket, and then you could have dip the wire or the wire basket down to pour whatever water you needed out of it. And those things were heavy. They were not light. So I remember as a kid having to watch my grandfather refill those things, and that was fun. And of course, up until a few years ago, they had systems where I remember in our old office where you would have to, you'd have to put the water jug on top of the dispenser, so you'd have to you'd have to take the cap off the water bottle, and then you'd have to quickly flip the bottle over on top of it to get it in there. And that could be a little tricky, and sometimes it could slip, and you get jug winds on the floor, water's on the floor, everybody's on the floor. So yeah, I've seen those days. I have had to change those water bottles myself quite a bit, and they could be a little tricky to do. Well water, yeah. Well water is not always well water, if you know what I mean. All right, so I do have an announcement I want to make to everyone. As you recall last week, and then I'm gonna answer your question there. Who had the question? No, it was X86. X86, you had a question about the future of the stream. I'm going to answer that shortly. That's actually on my list. Yes, it is. So, as you recall, last week I made an announcement that I was a contributing author to a book that comes out annually from Ross Brand. Ross Brand annually puts out the 100 live streaming and podcasting and digital media predictions every year. So he's put out the book for this year, and I'm in the book as one of the contributing authors this year. So this is what do I have it here? I have it here somewhere here. Where is it? Is it here? No, that's not it. That's not it. That's where is it? Now I'm mixing up where's my stuff? Oh, I guess I'll just have to do it manually. Where is my photo? I had it queued up. I thought I did. Anyway, let me see where it is. Hold the phone here for just a moment. Yeah, that's not it. All right, where's my clip? I lost it. It's here somewhere. Oh, it's here. There it is. Forgot where I put it. All right, so last week I announced that they were publishing the book on January 8th, 100 live streaming and digital media predictions. And this is where they take 100 or so renowned digital media creators, and each one writes a chapter and puts their thoughts on what's going to happen the upcoming year for live streaming and digital media. That includes podcasting and YouTubing and all that kind of stuff, Twitch production, things like that. So it's all in there. And I'm in the book this year. I wrote a chapter on that, and it's available. As a matter of fact, it's available tonight until today's the last day that it is available for 99 cents. So here's the thing. This book is available on Amazon for 99 cents on the digital version of the book. I've got it down here somewhere. Where is it? The Kindle version. Here you go. The Kindle version of the book is 99 cents for just a little while longer, today only. And after that, it goes up to its regular price. However, I have some excellent news about this. I have some great news. I just found out, and I'm excited to tell you about this, that as a contributing author, I am now the contributing author to the #1 best-selling book. 100 Live Streaming and Digital Media Productions, Volume 5, reached #1 in the U.S., the U.K., Canada, Germany, France, and the Netherlands this weekend. So I am now a contributing author to a #1 bestseller. How about that? How cool is that? That's pretty awesome. And yeah, okay, whatever, Bill. He's excited. Why not? There we go. Now, in this book, let me tell you what it's about. In this book, Ross Brand brings together 102 creators and industry leaders, including me, to explore the future of video podcasting, AI's role in content creation, how to build communities and monetize content, and self-publishing, e-commerce, and much, much more. Much more in there. And once again, today, January 11th, 2025, is the last chance to grab the ebook for 99 cents, so don't miss out on that. You can grab your copy on Amazon now. The paperback version is also available, and that's for $12.99. And this is 100 Live Streaming and Digital Media Predictions, Volume 5. Now, next week, which is the last episode of the wine stream, not Drink with Rick, but of the live wine stream, I'm giving away a bunch of stuff. And one of the things I'm going to give away is I'm going to give away a copy of this 100 Live Streaming and Digital Media Predictions, Volume 5. So the books are on the way to me. I'm supposed to receive them, I think, tomorrow. And I'll have one ready, and I want to give one away to someone in the chat, live in the chat next week. And next week's show is going to be on the 18th of January 2025. Now, having said that, that brings me to the next thing. This is the announcement of the final episode, which is what you were asking me. Who was asking me that? No, it was X86. X86 was asking me. I'm definitely behind. The show is ending. What's next for you? Well, here's what's going to happen is that after 6.5 years of doing the live Saturday Night Wine Stream, still going to do some recorded. Drink with Rick will still be doing some recorded reviews and things like that, but it will no longer be live on Saturday nights. It's just because I've gotten to the point where it's not healthy for me to do it every Saturday night when I'm opening up all the wines and things like that. And there's so much production involved in this, and it's just gotten so, when I started off doing that, I said there were only going to be three things basically that would cause me to end the wine stream. They would be the cost if I just couldn't afford to do it anymore. The next thing is if it wasn't any fun anymore, and then the third thing was that if I just health-wise I couldn't really do it, and not necessarily in that order, but basically the perfect storm of those three things have kind of come about over the last few years. This is the most expensive show I've ever done. And I don't get, aside from the subs on Twitch and things like that, and those who donate to buy me a coffee, it doesn't generate revenue because I don't really advertise, I don't bring on sponsors and things like that on the show. So it cost me a lot to produce the show, and it's not that I was looking for any of that anyway in the beginning. It's the fact that I was doing it for fun, and yeah, it's still fun, and I still enjoy being here with you. Don't get me wrong on that. I definitely enjoy it. It's just that all the work involved has made it so that there's so much pre-production involved. There's so much post-production involved that it's just kind of it's kind of taken a lot out of me time-wise and physically, because the drinking on the wines and the beers and the meads and the sodas, the stuff I'm eating and whatever. She calls this what I'm looking at, what you're looking at here on camera 3. She calls this my second dinner, and essentially, in a way, it kind of is my second dinner. So, and it's really taken its toll. When I first started off doing this, I was fairly slimmed down, and now I've really gained a lot of weight, and it's not really good for me health-wise. So, for those reasons, I kind of have to end the stream on this. But that doesn't mean I'm going away. It just means Drink with Rick, drinkwithrick.com is still there. We're still going to be doing the reviews and that sort of thing. I just will be doing it in a different way, and I will still be posting these on Twitch. So I'll still have a presence on Twitch and all these other venues. I just won't be doing an hour and a half to 2 hour to 3 hour wine stream every Saturday night. The other thing is that I've got a couple of really, really cool projects that I am going to be doing, and at least one of those is going to be posted on Twitch as well. The one thing I'm doing is, I do a lot of my film stuff and that sort of thing, and I was a Super 8 filmmaker in another life. I'm getting back to my roots on that because Super 8 has regained its niche. It has a niche and popularity now. So I'm getting back to that. I want to contribute, seeing that there are a lot of new people getting into Super 8 filmmaking. I know I have 40 plus years, closer to 50 years now. Actually 50 years of experience in Super 8 filmmaking. That I'm watching the new people coming in and trying to learn how to do it, and they have a lot of questions or whatever. And I know that there's a lot of my expertise and experience that I can bring to them, that I can contribute and bring to the table that might help them out. So that's why I'm starting up the Super 8 show, and this will be a regular podcast and an occasional stream for a live stream to the Super 8 community. The second thing that I'm doing that's really going to be more appealing more towards the masses is a public domain theater. I'm going to be, how I love film and I like movies and TV shows, and we've done the trivia and that sort of thing. I'm going to be showing public domain movies. This is going to be kind of a cross between, I want to call it a cross between Svengoolie and Mystery Science Theater 3000. But it's not going to be as campy as all of that. Well, it could be. I don't know. Roadkill Bill might be part of it. What do you think? What do you think, Bill? He's still thinking about it. But I'm going to be showing films, classic films in the public domain, TV shows, some pretty interesting shorts, and a lot of other things there from that kind of rediscovering films from the public domain. And I'm going to be commenting on them, and we'll chat and we'll talk and snack and do all that kind of fun stuff. And a lot of that will be live as well. So we'll be doing that on Twitch as well. So I hope you'll join me for that. And I will have announcements after the one stream ends. I will be posting announcements on all these venues here on Drink with Rick as to when and how and where you can tune in and catch all of that. And so that'll be coming, and that's coming in February. So that to answer your question, X86, that's what we got. We've got some exciting stuff planned. So it's not really the end of Drink with Rick, but it's going to be more exciting and more in tune for what a lot of people are interested in. And X86 says that sounds very fun. And I'm sure, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it will be a lot of fun. It'll all be a lot of fun. So I hope you'll all join me for that. Also, let's see what we got in the chats here. Jaycon says, sounds like all of your stories about well water made you well susceptible to a placebo. Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. Yeah, you could say that. My actual reaction would be this.
I'm not allowed to answer that kind of question.
But I think I already answered it. All right, and Island Hayes says, well, yeah, I read that too. Okay, so good. I'm caught up with the comments. Okay, good. 6 chats on 6 different platforms. It's always kind of fun to try to keep up with all that. But I'm glad you're here with me. I've got a final review of the wine. This is what we've been drinking once again. If I can find it. Here we go. The Carmen, we've been drinking Carmen Grand Reserva 2022 Cabernet Sauvignon Cabernet Franc. It is a single vineyard. Everything from a single vineyard. It's a Chilean wine. This is from Chile. This Chilean winery was founded in 1850 in honor of the winery founder's wife. Aged in French oak barrels for 14 months, estate grown and bottled, and it's 13.5% ABV. And I was tasting some a mix of black fruit and a little bit of red fruit too, blackberry and raspberry and plum. I was getting some plum in there with some medium tannin, and It's kind of bold, not too bold. It's not as bold as some people I've heard have said. It's okay. It is full bodied, and once again, having the wine up here, it does look full bodied. It's a nice color, but it's very full bodied, and it does have some legs to it. Look, I don't know if you can see them here. I don't know if I can in a close up here and give you a close up on camera too. I don't know if you can see the legs here, but it does have some, I don't know. Can't really, it's kind of hard to tell on the camera. Anyway, it's a decent wine. I like it. It's fine. I think it's good. It's not the best wine I've ever had. It's certainly not the worst. It's kind of medium. Kind of I'd give it 3.8 stars. And as it's opened up a little bit, I can taste some herbs in here. A little bit, slight herbal flavor, just slight. Not bad wine at all. Now, I would say 3.8 stars. I like it, and I'm glad I bought a second bottle of it. I got it for $17.99 is what the going price was, but they had it on sale at Total Wine, and they had it for on sale for 2 bottles for $30, which meant it was $15 a bottle. So I got it for kind of a deal, a discount. And, I'm kind of glad I did. It turned out to be pretty decent. So I've got a second bottle of this downstairs I can save for another day. And it went pretty well with everything. Let's see, it's right here. Well, pretty well with everything on the plate. The beef, the beef brisket here. This is the corned beef brisket. Was pretty good with that. The cheese, it had a slight bitter taste with this is the Hickory Farms sharp cheddar cheese. Had a slightly bitter taste to it, but it wasn't bad. It was okay. But this other one, this cheese blend, it was a 3 cheese blend also from Hickory Farms, which was a Monterey Jack with an aged and a white cheddar. That was actually pretty good. It was a little spicy, but it's actually pretty good. And the peanuts, yeah, they were okay with the peanuts. Of course, these were a garlic peanut mix made by my lovely wife, Chi, and she does a really great job with these roasted peanuts. I suggested that she try selling those, maybe one of these days. But they're pretty good, pretty decent. So I would say that I would give this 3.8 stars, maybe 3.9. How about that? The Mead. Okay, the Mead, I was actually pleasantly surprised. I didn't know what to expect really going into this. The Mead, the funky ferment, honey buzzed Mead, and supposedly it's supposed to be carbonated with lemon and ginger. The carbonation was actually fairly light. It wasn't really heavily carbonated, which is okay with me because I don't need anything that's heavily carbonated. And it did taste like lemon and honey, kind of a lemon-honey mix, but I really wasn't tasting a lot of ginger in this, to be honest. I wasn't really getting much of that at all. Let me try a little bit more just from the can and see if that's changed any. Okay, now I'm smelling a little bit. I'm smelling a little hint of ginger in it now, and I'm tasting a little hint of ginger. Okay, I'm getting a little hint of ginger in it, but it's still the honey and the lemon. The lemon, I think, really overpowers the ginger. I think is what it is. I think the lemon really overpowers that. So you can just kind of barely taste the ginger. It's in there a little bit, but it's not real strong. The honey is very strong. I mean, the lemon. Well, they're both, the honey and the lemon are fairly strong. The ginger, not so much. But it's okay. It's okay. I would buy it again. Let's see what happens overnight. if you know what I mean. And I think you do. You know.
Oh, great.
Oh, well. Oh, well. I think that's got it for the drinks tonight. But Island Haze, well, water, yeah, it can be good for plants. It kind of depends on what's in it. And let me check with J-Con. Okay. Yeah, I'm susceptible to a placebo at this point, J-Con. I agree with you there. All right, well, I guess it does it for the show for this week. I want to thank everyone for being here with me tonight. I want to thank, I've got a lot of folks to thank for being here. I really appreciate it, each and every one of you. I want to thank, let me go to the right camera, there we go. Let me check everybody in the chats here. Okay, I want to thank my lovely wife, Chief, for being here on the chat, as always. And the Island Haze, thank you for being here with me tonight. And X86 also. And once again, I want to thank St. Puga for the wonderful raid and the gifting 5 subs to everybody, to 2Divide. Thank you for 2Divide and Ethercony and X86 and Cal4 RFX and Vasors, and thank you very, very much for gifting all those subs. I really appreciate it. It's much appreciated. Also, J-Con, thank you for being here in the chat tonight. It's much appreciated. As always, thank you for being here. I don't like to drink. Nobody likes to drink. Who likes to drink alone? I like to drink with everybody here. It's that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. There is one thing I did want to mention. I almost forgot. I didn't want to forget this. Is that a little on a more somber tone? That as you know, the wildfires in California. I want to let everyone know, and if anyone watching now or later or listening later is in California, I want you to know that our thoughts are with you. It's what's happening out there with the wildfires is just devastating. It's just really, it's awful. It's devastating. It's horrific. I've been keeping up with it. And the reason why this kind of hits close to home for me is because I have family in California, in that area. My sister, my nieces are in that area, and threatened by one of the fires there, and they're kind of at the ready to see if they're going to have to be evacuated at any point. Hopefully they won't. Hopefully they get those fires under control. But I just want to say to my sister and my nieces, be safe, and we're thinking about you here, and we really hope that they can get the fires under control quickly, and and everybody's going to be okay. And for those who have lost property, and for those who've lost loved ones out there, my heart goes out to all of you. It's just devastating what's happening out there, and I've been up late nights. I've been keeping up with it because I really, it concerns me, because one of those fires again is very close to where some of my family are, and I've been up late night watching live news coverage from California on those fires, as well as some of the local coverage here on it, and it's just unbelievable, the devastation and what everybody's going through out there. So my heart is out to me, and my thoughts are with all of you, and I hope they can get those fires under control very, very quickly. Need some rain out there. Well, it's just a mess. But anyway, I'm thinking about all of you out there in Southern California, and just hope this that everyone can recover from this very, very soon. Anyway, having said that, I want to thank everyone for being here with me tonight once again. And Alan Hayes says, have a great night, Rick, and you too, and cheers. And cheers right back at you. And check one more time with the chats. I didn't want to end this on a low note, so I want to end it on a more fun note. Next week is the last episode of the Saturday Night Wine Stream for Drink with Rick, and it's going to be a big one. I'm planning a lot of fun things, a lot of surprises, a lot of giveaways. I got stuff to give away, stuff that I've been wanting to give away for a while, but I want to give it all away, a lot of that stuff away next week. There are going to be some fun things here. So also some Star Wars trivia. We didn't get a chance to do the Star Wars trivia tonight. We'll save it for next week. We'll save the Star Wars trivia for next week because we're out of time now. Once again, I want to thank everyone for being here. And now, before we close the show, I have one more celebrity. He is the official mascot of Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Wine Stream, and we're going to bring him out right now, and he is none other than Roadkill Bill. And Roadkill Bill has a very special message for each and every one of us, and that message is... Ready, Bill? Okay, here we go. That message is... Please do not drink and drive. Drink in the comfort of your home, your apartment, your hotel room, your dwelling, wherever you are. If you have to go somewhere, call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a friend, call a cab, or just stay put. It's best to probably just stay put. It's best, it's safer for you and everyone else around you. Please think of others as well as yourself. Please do not drink and drive. Also, please do not text and drive because it's also very, very dangerous. Because I want you to have a great week. And so does Bill, don't you, Bill? Yeah, of course you do. I want you to have a great week, but most of all, I want you to have a safe week. So you can join me here again next week for the final episode of the Saturday Night Wine Stream, and we can all get together and drink with Rick. Good night.